Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're going to talk about the things that the soft update brought, but before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So, there's few things that the update brought, but some of them are worth checking out. So, number one, we have a bunch of paid packs. If you want to invest on that, it's a good time because they are on sale, some of them. We also got the skins, the one day job skins. Uh, we're gonna receive more of these, I think next week. But if you like these ones, you may get them. There are 350 each, so that's another thing. Um, we don't have that much in the way of campaigns. We have AP multiplier, which I mean it's useful if you want to farm skill points. That's a thing because you're able to do more runs and in turn you get more skill points. But it's not the most AP efficient thing. Like we don't have a half cost or maybe an increased drop rate. So I wouldn't recommend that you spend your AP refills this week. And we have obviously missions for the dice event, the board game, and missions by completing daily quests. That's another thing. Guys, remember that the board game is going to go on the 19th. So we have time, but not that much time. Be sure to do this. Like I have been saving my dice, and wow, I gotta admit, 80 dice are a good number. Uh, and we have at least like six, well, I think five, but six boards that we want to clear. Like, we don't have to clear them perfectly, remember? You just have to clear the most important things, like the coins, the limited coin, that's super important, don't skip that. Um, the boxes are usable for sure. The crystal fragments, this one, no. What else? The kits for beads, elements, and ritual birds and cutting fluid. That's another one. Let's see. And yeah, that's about it. Like, there's things that you want to get here for sure. Be careful. The shortcuts are not useful. None of them are useful. Like, you get an AP refill, an AP refill, and an AP refill. They don't give you like the valuable items that they used to have, like coins or something better. So I do not recommend that you take the shortcuts with your golden dice. Don't do that, please. Well, lastly, let's check very quickly the packs that we have. We have the pack for one of those like golden pass skills with a terrible pricing and terrible value, but I bet the skin is going to convince people to buy this. I mean, yeah, the skin is probably worth it ish more than others. I do have the skin. I got it when with the battle pass, and it's a pretty good skin. I'll admit that much. But I don't know if that's a good idea. Getting this, like, probably you want to wait for Rinko's, no, not Rinko's, Rin's renewal, because maybe this skin might be in the selection of skins from her packs, and that would give you more value than this. So that's one thing. And the other thing are the packs, these packs. And then I'm going to get this one. It is pretty good. So we have Divine Armor pack, we have also Demonologist Emily pack, and Phantom Apostle pack. All these three are like pretty appealing, very popular characters, and each one of these packs has like something unique. For example, the weapons. The weapons, what do they offer? In the case of Shiranui, this is going to increase the Phantom Summoning. When Phantom Summoning is activated, the illusion has a 30% chance to use Yugen Goku, but the skill effect is not applied. The thing is, if I'm not mistaken, this is not a pure color skill, so you can not only use this on blue or on red or on green, you can use it in any color, and that's great. Like, that's what makes these old weapons really valuable, that they work like Rinko's weapon for any build, and that's great. So that's pretty valuable in its own. Then for Shiranui, I would say that the Dainsleeve is the most fun weapon out of all these packs, because it gives you like, it enhances Gale Slash, which I don't like. I don't like the skill itself, but I gotta admit that the buff is pretty good. And it has a very silly active which consumes 5 particles, and you can see, and you're gonna do this storm around you that is going to deal continuous damage, and you can pretty easily charge your particle backs with that attack. Like, it's super easy, and it's pretty good for covering Kurena's weaknesses. So yeah, that's also a good weapon. And lastly, we have like this one, which is probably the best pack among all of them, which is Demonologist Emily with Hermetic Megistus. Hermetic Megistus has a pretty particular effect. It says that homing bullets become fireballs, and further enhances the supporter set effect by 50%. So, why does it matter? Like, it also has freeze and it's good, but why does the enhancement matter? Because you can abuse this with some actives, and it's pretty busted. Like, for example, the common strategy when this first release was to use it and then use not an invincibility, a disarm supporter, and the duration would be doubled. Well, not doubled, like multiplied by 1.5, like 50% more, as it says. And the good thing about it is that you don't need multiple copies. As you see, this 50% is not in green. The effect is not going to be enhanced with more weapons. So this is pretty useful for people who are low investors and are still having troubles with Time 5 BR, because you just equip disarm supporters and they're gonna be drastically enhanced. Let's see, I just do this, and if I'm not mistaken, in red we have this one. Yeah, it's gonna give you 10 seconds of disarm. That's gonna be 15 if you have the weapon with Emily, and this on the main. There's also this one. This was a pretty common combo. It gives you, again, 10. It's gonna be 15. We also have another green one. Where is she? Let's see. Here, the pumpkin one. 8 seconds. That would be like 12 seconds. So obviously the ones that give you the longest duration on the debuff are gonna be the best ones. But this is not limited for strategies with disarm. You can apply it for other things. So it's pretty good. Like, this supporter is going to increase the duration of debuffs. So if we increase the duration even further, it's gonna be pretty aggressive, the debuffs that you put onto the enemy. So yeah, there's a bunch of combinations that you can use with that specific weapon. That's why I do recommend that you get them, especially since they're coming with a discount, and that's pretty good, pretty viable. If you cannot afford them, if you cannot buy them, if you think that they are not good enough, well, don't buy them. As simple as that. Easy peasy. So yeah, there's not much things to do this week, unfortunately. Like, we don't have like good incentives to actually spend AP. The event is still running, and if you haven't finished it, you can finish it. But you can take your time. It's not like you should rush through everything. And the same can be said about the board game. Though the board game, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's gonna be leaving, yep, next week. So you have this week to finish this. I'm gonna do a video about it, but at the very end, almost not like before the update, but maybe Friday, something like that, to show you how I spend my dice, so that you have an idea of how to spend your dice. But well, that's gonna be it for today, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!